The city lights of New York have always possessed a distinct, almost cinematic quality, casting a brilliant glow over streets that have witnessed countless historic moments. Yet tonight, an unprecedented static of anticipation fills the evening air, centering around the iconic silhouette of Madison Square Garden. This legendary arena, normally reserved for monumental sporting battles and echoing musical performances that define generations, has transformed into the epicenter of the global entertainment landscape, drawing the eyes of millions from every corner of the earth. Outside, a meticulously organized perimeter stands guard against an ocean of gathering onlookers, media flashes, and dedicated followers, all whispering about the monumental union that is unfolding behind closed doors. It is an event that bridges two completely different worlds, the soaring emotional heights of global pop superstardom and the gritty, high-stakes adrenaline of elite professional American football, creating a cultural phenomenon that transcends standard celebrity interest. For months, rumors have swirled through digital spaces and print columns alike, with every minor detail analyzed by enthusiasts trying to piece together a puzzle that the couple kept closely guarded until the very last moment. As the twilight deepens into a rich, deep blue over Manhattan, the sheer magnitude of what is taking place begins to settle into the collective consciousness of the public, reminding everyone of the profound way these two individuals have captured the imagination of modern pop culture. Before we dive deeper into the arrival of the star-studded guest list and the incredible atmosphere building up at the venue tonight, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an exclusive update on this historic celebration. The story of how this evening came to be is one rooted in massive public adoration, where every public appearance over the past few years was treated as a major event, leading up to a night that promises to redefine high-profile celebrations in the modern era. The choice of venue itself speaks volumes about the scale of the occasion, shifting away from traditional secluded private estates or remote tropical islands in favor of a massive landmark right in the heart of the world's most vibrant metropolis, signaling that this moment belongs as much to the cultural history of the city as it does to their private lives. As the heavy glass doors of the venue swing open to receive the first arrivals, the atmosphere becomes electric with a sense of shared history and mutual achievement among those invited. The guest list reads like a definitive registry of contemporary achievement, uniting legendary athletes who have stood at the pinnacle of their respective sports with chart-topping musical artists, visionary creators, and media personalities who shape daily conversations across the globe. Among the very first to walk through the exclusive, securely guarded entrance were NFL champion quarterback Matthew Stafford, accompanied by noted sports personalities Jarrett Stoll and Aaron Andrews, each representing the deep-seated professional and personal ties that connect the couple to the upper echelons of the sports world. Their arrival immediately set a tone of sophisticated elegance and relaxed camaraderie, showcasing a unique gathering where high-stakes sports culture seamlessly blends with the glamour of international entertainment. As cameras captured their entry, the sheer scale of the event became undeniably clear, hinting at the massive wave of high-profile attendees expected to follow in their footsteps as the night progresses. The logistical coordination behind an evening of this scale is nothing short of miraculous, with hundreds of security personnel, event coordinators, and hospitality experts working in absolute unison to ensure total privacy and flawless execution within the grand walls of the arena. Every detail, from the ambient lighting reflecting off polished surfaces to the carefully curated security checkpoints, has been designed to offer the arriving dignitaries a sanctuary of elegance amidst the chaotic excitement of the city outside. The surrounding avenues have been filled with an ever-growing crowd of fans, holding up signs and cheering at every passing vehicle with tinted windows, hoping to catch a fleeting glimpse of their favorite icons as they arrive at the grand celebration. This massive public gathering underscores the unique impact the couple has had, bringing together diverse communities of sports enthusiasts and music lovers who find common ground in celebrating this monumental chapter of their lives. Inside the venue, the vast space has been completely reimagined, moving away from its traditional arena configuration to become an intimate yet breathtakingly grand setting suitable for a once-in-a-lifetime commitment. The transformation represents a monumental achievement in event design, utilizing dramatic drapery, custom lighting installations, and floral arrangements that create a distinct sense of wonder, isolating the guests from the urban rush just beyond the walls. As the evening progresses and the true depth of the guest list begins to unveil itself, the initial arrivals serve as a perfect prelude to an extraordinary gathering of talent, fame, and genuine friendship. The presence of figures like Stafford, Stoll, and Andrews highlights the genuine bonds formed across different industries, reflecting a shared journey of navigating extreme public scrutiny while maintaining excellence at the highest levels. This evening is not merely about a high-profile gathering. It represents a convergence of shared experiences among individuals who understand the unique pressures of the global spotlight, making the atmosphere inside both celebratory and profoundly supportive. With every passing minute, the expectation continues to build, setting the stage for more arrivals that will undoubtedly keep the world watching and discussing this night for years to come, as we prepare to uncover the deeper layers of this spectacular event in the next phase of our coverage. The momentum inside the legendary walls of Madison Square Garden intensifies with every passing minute, as the initial trickle of high-profile arrivals rapidly transforms into a magnificent procession of the world's most recognizable faces, elevating the baseline tension and excitement to an absolute fever pitch. As the evening deepens, the true ambition of this historic gathering reveals itself through the sheer diversity and unmatched status of the attendees crossing the threshold, creating a vibrant tapestry where elite sports achievements and global entertainment royalty do not just coexist, but actively merge. The grand entrance hall, illuminated by carefully calibrated lighting that accentuates the architectural majesty of the space, has become a runway of timeless sophistication, with photographers capturing every sophisticated wardrobe choice and shared smile among the arriving dignitaries. The air is thick with a palpable sense of occasion, as legendary figures from the gridiron who have spent their careers performing under the blinding lights of packed stadiums exchange warm greetings with icons of the music industry who routinely command the global charts. This unique intersection of worlds creates an electric energy, an atmosphere charged with mutual respect and a collective understanding that everyone present is witnessing a truly historic milestone in modern popular culture. Outside, the distant roar of the gathering public serves as a constant, rhythmic reminder of the massive scale of this event, filtering through the reinforced structures of the arena as a low hum that only adds to the theatrical drama unfolding within the secure perimeter. The security operations have reached an extraordinary level of precision, with elite teams seamlessly managing the flow of custom luxury vehicles, ensuring that each guest is afforded both maximum security and a grand, welcoming transition into the main celebratory space. Every arrival is tracked with intense focus by media outlets broadcasting live updates across the globe, as analysts and fans alike dissect the significance of every appearance, looking for deeper connections and hidden details in the unfolding narrative of the evening. The sheer volume of star power assembling under one roof is almost overwhelming, creating a rare microclimate of intense fame where the normal boundaries of celebrity culture seem to dissolve into a shared sense of genuine celebration and joy. Among the newer arrivals making their way through the main corridor are legendary figures from the world of professional athletics, individuals whose careers have crossed paths with the groom during long seasons of intense competition and shared triumphs on the field. Their presence brings a distinct grounding energy to the venue, a reminder of the years of dedication, grueling training, and unmatched teamwork that form the bedrock of the groom's journey to this pinnacle moment. Simultaneously, elite figures from the recording arts, cinema, and digital media continue to pour through the gates, their presence reflecting the bride's immense cultural footprint and the deep, lifelong friendships she has forged while navigating the highest peaks of international stardom. The interactions between these distinct groups are fascinating to observe, as veteran defensive linemen find themselves engaged in animated conversations with award-winning producers, and celebrated television personalities share laughs with championship-winning coaches, all united by their shared affection for the couple. This brilliant convergence highlights the unique power of the central relationship, which has managed to bridge the traditionally separate spheres of sports culture and pop entertainment more effectively than any other partnership in recent memory. As the main ballroom begins to fill to its capacity, the meticulous attention to detail embedded in the event's design becomes fully apparent to the gathering guests, who find themselves immersed in an environment that feels simultaneously epic in scale and deeply intimate in execution. The acoustic design of the space has been engineered to perfection, allowing the soft, orchestral reinterpretations of familiar melodies to float through the air without overpowering the rising crescendo of hundreds of voices engaged in celebratory conversation. The tension continues to build as the hour of the main ceremony draws closer, with whispers circulating through the crowd regarding the specific arrangements, the sequence of events, and the surprises that the couple has spent months preparing for their closest confidants. Every element of the environment, from the textures of the custom-woven drapery to the subtle aromatic notes drifting from the floral installations, has been curated to evoke a sense of timeless elegance, establishing a grand stage that matches the monumental nature of the vows about to be exchanged. The media presence outside has reached unprecedented proportions, with specialized broadcast rigs lining the surrounding blocks and digital journalists working rapidly to keep pace with the relentless flow of breaking updates from the entrance gates. Inside, the focus remains entirely on the human element of this massive production, capturing the genuine warmth, the nervous excitement, and the profound sense of loyalty that defines the relationships between the hosts and their illustrious guests. The sense of anticipation is almost tangible, a heavy, beautiful weight that settles over the entire arena as the final major contingents of attendees find their designated places within the breathtakingly transformed main hall. This is the moment where the true narrative weight of the evening begins to crystallize. Setting aside the external noise of global fame to focus on the deep personal connections that brought this extraordinary collection of people together under the New York sky. The stage is now fully set, the atmosphere is perfectly tuned, and the collective focus of the room is locked onto the central sanctuary. As the world holds its breath for the culmination of a journey that has captivated the public imagination for years, preparing to transition into the final, most meaningful chapter of this historic night. The culmination of this extraordinary evening inside Madison Square Garden represents far more than a traditional celebration of marriage. It marks the definitive union of two unparalleled cultural journeys that have captivated the global public for years. As the ceremony reaches its grand fulfillment, the deeper significance of this moment becomes entirely clear to everyone gathered within the transformed arena, revealing a profound story of mutual support, shared values, and an unyielding commitment to excellence. To truly understand the weight of this night, one must look back at the incredible paths both individuals traveled to reach this historic juncture. Navigating the immense pressures of public life while remaining fiercely loyal to their crafts and their inner circles. The bride, a visionary artist whose songwriting has served as the emotional soundtrack for an entire generation, has spent decades building an unprecedented musical empire, breaking every established record in the entertainment industry through sheer creative brilliance and an authentic connection with her audience. Her journey from a young acoustic storyteller to an inescapable global force has been defined by resilience, reinvention, and an innate ability to turn personal experiences into universal anthems that cross all geographic and cultural boundaries. Alongside her stands the groom, a legendary athlete whose relentless work ethic, competitive fire, and charismatic leadership have earned him multiple championship rings and a permanent place among the all-time greats of professional American football. His path to this pinnacle was forged in the grueling trenches of elite athletic competition, where every victory was earned through immense physical sacrifice, strategic mastery, and an unwavering dedication to his teammates and his sport. When these two distinct worlds collided, it created a cultural phenomenon that shook the foundations of modern media, bringing together two vast, fiercely passionate fan bases who discovered a shared joy in witnessing a genuine partnership built on mutual admiration and respect. Throughout their highly publicized relationship, both figures have consistently shown a remarkable ability to lift each other up, with the global icons cheering from stadium suites during high-stakes games, and the championship athlete standing proudly in the crowds of massive stadium tours across distant continents. This mutual devotion has redefined what it means to be a modern power couple, demonstrating that even under the blinding, unceasing glare of the international spotlight, it is entirely possible to cultivate a relationship rooted in real friendship, shared humor, and profound emotional security. Tonight, as they exchange their vows in the heart of New York City, that bond is fully realized in front of an intimate gathering of those who have supported them through every stage of their respective ascents. The presence of lifelong friends, family members, and close professional peers underscores the reality that behind the grand public personas lie two deeply grounded individuals who cherish loyalty and community above all else. The historic setting of Madison Square Garden adds a final, poetic layer to the entire narrative, serving as a monument to human achievement where both music and sports have historically reached their absolute zeniths, making it the only venue truly grand enough to host the closing chapter of this spectacular prologue. As the formal ceremony concludes and the celebration transitions into an evening of shared stories, laughter, and timeless music, the atmosphere inside the venue shifts from tense anticipation to pure, unadulterated joy. Guests from every corner of the sports and entertainment industries mingle freely, celebrating not just the high-profile union of two global icons, but the beautiful reality of two people who found a true home in each other amidst the chaos of immense fame. The music echoing through the Grand Hall reflects this harmony, blending classic soulful melodies with energetic rhythms that keep the celebratory spirit alive long into the Manhattan night. Outside the arena, the dedicated crowds of followers and the ranks of international media begin to see the first reflections of the concluding event, as the brilliant exterior lights of the garden pulse in celebration of the newly married couple. The digital world remains ablaze with updates, images, and heartfelt reactions from millions of well-wishers worldwide, cementing this night as a landmark moment in the history of contemporary pop culture that will be analyzed, remembered, and celebrated for decades to come. As the final guests begin to depart into the cool night air, carrying with them memories of an unforgettable celebration, the true legacy of this evening becomes undeniably clear. It is a testament to the power of authentic connection in a hyper-connected world, a brilliant reminder that no matter how vast an audience or how grand a stadium may be, the most meaningful victories are always the ones shared with the person you love. With the vows officially spoken and a new chapter officially begun, the couple steps forward into a shared future, leaving behind an indelible